Okay, I think... I think I'm indecisive. I think I'm going to... I'm gonna have to leave. I think I'm gonna have to leave Montron and Czar behind. They are just too damn ineffective. They really have not.
Cities are always so intimidating.
They're not gonna
So many
help me
people.
in this combat worth a damn. Whereas Minsk definitely will. So I think I'm just. Of course, it means that I go in there without a full complement potentially. But I mean, what am I? Let's look at what I'm actually losing. What am I losing with Montron? I'm losing a guy who's probably going to make his second level after the big combat is over. And it'll be a thief level. So it doesn't really do much for me. With Czar, I am losing almost nothing. I mean, the dude just... Where is he? I could give him... I'm just thinking about it, just working it through in my mind. I mean, I suppose I could give him... He would have an extra magic missile in the fight, but that's one extra magic missile. Versus Minsk, who could potentially swing a sword at a bunch of different people. Yeah, I think it's no contest. These guys got to go. Which is fine because, you know what? They were probably going to come to blows with me anyway. So the game will give me no consequences for kicking these guys out before I solve the Nash Kill Mines. But let's just say, hey, if we don't do it, you guys can go in there. But it's no secret that we're not getting along. And this is not going to work. So you're removed.
Ye already be disturbed. Now leave me be. Your company be toil enough as is.
Gorion would be proud of your actions.
Getting rid of them? Yeah, I think so. Well, Montron or Czar doesn't say a thing to me. That's interesting. Let's see. You're letting me go, but we've shared so much, so many good times. This is truly a sad day indeed. Goodbye, so sad. Blah 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 blah, and all that rot. I really like his goodbye line. That's why I had to say it. Well, they can sit out here and just watch Rasad whack on imaginary opponents. I'm not bringing him, I'll tell you that much. Hello, crazy bald person.
Stand and deliver, that my hamster might have a better look at you.
I agree, Boo. They look to be friendly. Greetings, for we are Minsk and Boo. We have traveled far to explore this land, but now my charge Dinah here has been taken from us. 'Twas Knowles, and once we have tracked them down, I will beat sense into their heads until they release her. Accompany us, and bards will sing the deeds of Minsk and Boo, and friends. The classic dilemma of the damsel in distress? How could anyone decline? Virgin to Scottish there for a second. Take heart, fellow adventurers, for you had curried the favor of Boo, the only miniature giant space hamster in the realm. My friend and companion ever since my head wound. He will lead us to victory. Onward to the Knoll stronghold to the west. Tarry not, we must go soon. Okay, so I have agreed Minsk to help get Dinah here back, which is great. I need him to do this one thing first. I don't know if I've ever tested the timing on old Minsk. I don't think this will be a problem, because this isn't going to take that long after all. You don't need that silly old sword, sir. I'll tell you what you need, however, is oh, you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to do something a little bit... It's something I should have done, actually, before I let them go, which was kind of grab some of Montron's equipment. Not all of it, mind you. Just some of it.
Orion would be proud of your actions.
Oh, okay, no. I can't do that. Once again, they're a package deal. So, alright. Done. Alright.
What need ye dead?
Alright. Alright, so I didn't realize that those two were packaged. Well, I guess I did know that at one point. Okay. Never mind, I won't take them back. I guess I will just have to buy all new equipment for Minsk, but that's okay. I've got the cash. No, Minsk, not me. There we go. First of all, Minsk can use a composite longbow, so that's nice. And I'll buy him some arrows, because I know we're going to get some from the kobolds, but probably not enough. Yeah, actually, one stack should do it. And then the best thing I can get him, well, technically I could buy him plate mail. That's a big investment, but I do want the guy to be, you know, sturdy. F it, I'm buying plate mail. Guy's got plate mail. All right, Minsk. Excellent, excellent. How one of my favorites, one of my all-time favorites, not the least of which, of course, because of him. I mean, who doesn't like Boo?
Where to now?
And the last thing we have to get, procure for Minsk, is at least a couple more healing potions. Although I can probably horse trade some from
You must gather
my
your
other
party
characters.
before venturing forth.
That'll probably do it. And I don't think I'm going to buy him an antidote. Should do. All right. And we'll just equip those to make sure he has them on his person when he needs them, or at least in his quick slots. Of course, the only problem with old Minsk... Oh, I guess we should sell his stuff. He doesn't need to be carrying a reserve two-hander, because he's got a magic two-hander now, which will not break. You're done. You're coming up in the world, pal. Okay. So yeah, the only thing, of course, is Boo taking up a slot in his quick slots. So that's a little bit annoying, but. And I mean, he's well. Let's take a quick look at him. I suppose I've been doing that with everybody else. Oops, there we go. So technically a ranger, even though the game and everything else describes him as a berserker. He's technically a ranger. Maybe because he has an animal friend, I guess. I don't know. That must be it. Very strong, almost 1800. Reasonably dexterous, reasonably good constitution. Not bright, not wise, not charismatic. So, well, actually, you know, he violates my charisma theory with Khalid, because Khalid also has a 9 charisma, and yet Minsk never has a morale problem. So I don't know what it is. It must be something special with Khalid. He just has so many morale panics compared to other characters. I can't account for it. All right, back to the mines, back to the big showdown, which we know must come next. And yes, I have a party that's short by 1, but when we get down there, we will have 1 more. Those of you who played the game before know what I mean. Another highly colorful character. All right, onward we go. Not in there, though. That's a dead end. So yeah, I suppose that it's good because the thing that, again, from, as I said, from a canon standpoint, we know that Zar at least survives to Baldur's Gate 2: Shadows of Amn. One of the problems is if you keep them in your party long enough, they actually come to blows with the other characters, and especially the good characters. And of course, there's absolutely no question who I would support in that situation. But then presumably they would die, which would then also not make any sense because they show up in the other one, unless of course they were resurrected somehow. But yeah, the best thing to do, I think, the most logical thing is to say we didn't get along. And just that's what happens in game. That basically, well, Boyle's got to be thinking in the back of his head, these guys have died a number of times. They're not pulling their weight, and everybody hates them, and I don't really trust them or like them. So we've got to deal with them. And the other thing is, if you notice, we get Minsk at 250 XP, so he's almost, not quite, but he's almost where Montron was. So Montron was, 150 closer, but still, like, not going to be a big deal after this combat. So let's give Boyle his armor spell. All right. So that's the team. And what are we going to do now in terms of? Yeah, okay, so we've got those two. They're on our front line right now. So we've got a 3-person front line. Not bad. We don't have a proper archer. We just have a thief and another thief. So not the best archers in the world, but we'll make do with it. And of course, going to do a quick save because this is a big milestone we're going in for, and this is a tough fight. So tough fight for low-level characters. So let's go for it. No, not the whole group. The whole group. Thank you. There we go. And actually, I know what I just said, but I'm actually going to switch them back to distance because I don't want them getting in there and triggering the conversation too fast. There's a dramatic sort of, well, what... Before we had cutscenes, we just had intrusive conversations. And that's what they've got here. Please kill that one. There we go. Alright, so what we have here is a little... Hey, what's up? Core rules. I play on core rules. If that's what your meaning is. Not always, but frequently. As I have mentioned before... Oh, I don't want to deal with those. As I mentioned before on a couple occasions, the higher difficulties, I don't think they really offer a lot for me. Just saying like the enemy has more hit points and does more damage and I do less. I've never really found that to be particularly interesting to play. But core rules I like because it's just straight up as you would expect in D&D. It's this is the damage they do, it's the damage I do. They use all their abilities, I use all my abilities. It can be very rough indeed. Let me just try. I'm trying to get in here to get access to one particular individual. There he is. A prisoner named Zan.
I thank you for my freedom, friends, for I have languished in these dismal vaults too long.
It was unbearable, waking each morn to the mud and rock instead of the rising sun. I am Zan, a grey cloak of Evereska, and as proficient in the ways of magic as any man can be. If you be enemies of Mulahey, I would join your cause, hopeless though it is. So there's Zan. Well, I'm not going to keep in the party very long, but he is hilarious in small doses. Certainly you're welcome to join me. Another pair of hands can only help, especially when they're proficient in the ways of magic. I thank you. However ineffective our actions be, I shall not rest until I have made payment to you. If you have searched through Mulahey's treasure, you may have found a sword among his documents. The sword is a moon blade, and is my most valued possession. So there we go. There's Mulahey, or there's Zan, who's a prisoner Mulahey, who we're about to meet. Unfortunately, Mulahey, unfortunately, Zan does not come
What now, I wonder?
with spells, but I can at least give him a quick touch-up. Because he's been a prisoner, he hasn't had a chance to memorize. But I can give him a quick touch-up, and there's a way actually to get him his weapon here, if I do this correctly.
What? How'd you get in here? Tazok must have dispatched you, and my traitorous kobolds let you pass, didn't they? I knew I could not trust them. Armed as such, you have obviously been sent to kill me. By Sirik, not a measure of ore leaves these mines unspoiled, and I am still to be executed? I'll not lose my head over this.
Yes, fool. Tazok is most displeased with thee. Reveal your treachery and perhaps he may spare you.
Tazok is unfair. I have no desire to cheat him or thee. My letters will show they are in that chest. Take them, and Tazok will see.
Sure, I'll see. And so, we definitely take that. We definitely take that. We take that and that. And what else do we take? That. What I'm concerned about here is I'm going to run out of inventory space here. And there's the Moonblade. We definitely need that. Now that I've got all those, I guess I'll just take everything. See, there we go. Just ran out of room. So, that's why we did that.
Fools! You'll never have the chance to take anything! Minions, come forth and kill the intruders!
Alright, so the minions are about to appear. But in this little split second, what I can do, for one thing, is toss the Moonblade to Zan. So Zan does not enter this combat unarmed. He, in fact, has his Moonblade. So, dramatic slow-mo, toss the Moonblade out of the chest at Zan. He catches it. And despite the fact that he's incredibly negative, he manages to make do. So, what are we going to do? Khalid is going to drink the oil of speed and use his... Oh, wait a minute. He can't do both. He's going to drink the oil of speed. There we go. Jaheira. Let's go to Jaheira. Jaheira is going to... What is she going to do? She's also got an oil of speed, thanks to... I think she'll do that as well. A very different oil of speed, by the way. Oh, wait, I see I did it again. Switch to melee first. There we go. Yeah, switching weapons is a free action in this version of the game. Let's see. We know what they're doing. There's nothing else Minsk can do. And what am I going to do? I know exactly what I'm going to do. That there. Don't need these at the moment. So... I'm not going to mess around with that. I'm going to use the Wand of Frost on this guy. Who needs a... Not trifling about here. So Jaheira's drinking her potion. Imoen needs to get the heck over here, so she's not in the line of fire. Khalid's taking his potion, and... Minsk is going to Minsk. Because that's what Minsk does. And I guess Zan's going to do that too, although we're about to have a lot of companions here. A lot of visitors in a second. Okay, terrific. Mulahey is the biggest threat here because he can cast spells and make people do things I don't want them to do. Let's see here. So Khalid attacked. Did Khalid take his potion? That is the question. He did take his potion. Did Jaheira take her potion? Ah, Jaheira already got affected. Look at that. Wow. Already failed her save. Damn it. Alright, so Jaheira's out of commission for the moment, so we got to take this guy out as quickly as possible.
You're clear, fellow.
Which means I'm probably going to have to hit him again. Alright, let's hope that works. I don't know why he burps, but...
I yield to thee. Accept my surrender. As well you should. Tell us what's been happening here. We may let you leave alive. I thank thee for thy mercy. There in the chest are all my letters. Take them and leave me be. I will bother you no more.
Now, the thing is, about 9 times out of 10, the dude doesn't surrender. He doesn't actually surrender, which drives me freaking crazy. But we'll try to, for a second, we'll try to take him at his word. Notice they are still hostile. So, what I need to worry about are the kobolds coming in the room. Because at least we actually, wait a minute. There's only 2 of them. No, there's 3 of them. No, there's 4 of them. There they are. I want to get all of them. And then Imoen is going to shoot at that skeleton. I should do. Yes, he's running around. I don't trust this guy. I do not trust him. I feel like he's gonna screw me over in any second now. What skeletons can I take out here? That one. Come on, Khalid, get in there. Oh wait, is Khalid affected? Is he? Oh, he's confused. God damn it! I hate that. Oh my god, my toughest fighter is. This is why mental spells suck ass, or rigid thinking, which is basically confused. They suck. They suck so badly.
Tell me a story about trollops and plugtails, please?
Oh, shut up, you overgrown child. Come on. So let's see. What can we? Did I not tell you to use a magic missile? I did. Why are you not using it? Come on. There we go. That's better. And boy, am I glad I brought Minsk along, because he is a lot better at this.
We're all doomed.
Montaron and Czar would be down so fast already, it's not even funny. Alright, now, let's see. Imoen. Go after that kobold. I will go after that kobold. Is Boyle still attacking him? Boyle should not be attacking him. Alright, everybody who is able, attack that kobold. Oh, damn it. See, they keep insisting. I think it's a flaw in the game. They insist, the NPCs insist on attacking, and the PC for that matter, the AI, I guess I should say, insists on attacking Mulahey even after he's surrendered. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's quite right. Because he surrenders and then he runs. And then we attack him again, and then he's like, I'll destroy you. It's like, okay, wait a minute, hold on a second. Come on. Guys, what the... I don't think I'm going to be able to not kill this guy. Well, he is still showing up as hostile, so maybe it's just a flaw in the game. I don't know. Is he gonna run? Or is he just gonna stand there? Wow, okay. I may not be able to not kill him. My characters are just gonna chase him all over hither and yon. Oh yeah, I think it's hopeless. I think I have to... Yeah, he's not gonna flee. He's just gonna sit here. Alright, we have to kill him. I didn't actually want to kill the guy. I was trying to let him go. Now, is everybody, like, back from the dead here? Okay. Jaheira is not. Jaheira is not. She is affected by confusion. So there you go. Yeah, rigid thinking and confusion are just the worst. They are the absolute worst. And one of the worst things about them is that you don't get a proper defense for them until you get to, like, 4th level spells. It's really rough. It's really rough. Let me see here. Who else can take this? Anyone can take it. Okay. What else do we have?
It is certain that the death of Mulahey will relieve the fears of the terrorized folk of Nashkel. But you remain uneasy. While the half-orc may indeed have caused the evils that befell the mine, the shortage of iron is too widespread to be his doing alone. His letters confirm your suspicions, and though they give little indication as to where his cohorts are hiding, they may have links to the bandits that currently plague the Coastway.
I don't know why it shows me the friendly arm in at that point, but okay, whatever. But yes, so there is... We have found that Mulahey was obviously working for someone, part of a large organization, and there's a lot more to figure out here. So let's just open up that chest again. And there's more stuff... Well, pardon me. There's stuff I need to do. Okay. First of all, who's low on healing potions? Who needs them? You need healing potions, sir, because you are just a big brute who sits up in the front of the class and causes trouble. Okay, so put that back up there. I want to give somebody else these bandit scalps. Give them to Khalid. That can go to Boyle. Yeah, okay, so we can't identify either of those at the moment. However, I do have this. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Where is it? It's... Who took that? Oh, I guess maybe I didn't get him yet. Still in his person. Nope, I got it. Where the heck is the letter? That's Grind Scroll. That's the letter. There it is. My servant Mulahey, I have sent you the kobolds and mineral poison that you require. Your task is to poison any iron ore that leaves these mines. Don't reveal your presence to the miners, or you will find yourself swamped by soldiers from the local Amian garrison. My superiors have recently hired on the services of the Black Talon mercenaries and the Chill. With these soldiers at my disposal, I should be able to destroy any iron caravans entering the region from the south and east. I don't want to deal with the iron coming from the Nashkel mine, so don't fail in your duty. Signed, Tazok. So there you go. And Mulahey's holy symbol, symbol of Sirik, an evil god in the Forgotten Realms universe. Okay, so there's that. Is there anything else we took off the guy? I know there's more here. Could have sworn there was more here. Okay, so now I can take those items. Nope, still up, full up again. Okay, so what else can I do here? Running out of space. And this becomes, at a certain level, this becomes the game. Inventory management. Inventory management. Just how can I organize my shit? For the moment. There we are. Okay, so that I think that's everything. It's no, not the gold. There's more gold, and there's more of these. Now I think that's a lot. But yeah, that is the first real serious combat of the game. The first big mass combat.
Gather your party before venturing forth.
Oh, that's right. I can't because she's still affected by that spell. This is one of the annoying parts, is you have to wait. You sit here and wait for her to be not affected by that spell anymore. This drives me crazy. But yeah, that's one of the first bad combats, and honestly, that's about as good as it's ever gone. That's about as good as it's ever gone for me because I didn't want to. I was concerned because Boyle is not a combatant type, that he is an illusionist and a thief. I was concerned about there not being enough combat power because the way the game is paced, it's very easy to come in here and where like about half the party or more is still first level. In fact, some of us are still first level here. But when you don't have that much fighting power, it's lethal to come in here and you can easily get wiped out. Get overwhelmed by the skeletons and the kobolds. There's actually, if he gets a chance, he didn't get a chance to call them in because just the way the pacing worked out with, while he was running away, he actually can call in a second wave, which is even worse. But yeah, you just sit here just plugging away at them, and just like desperate. And I've had some things that have come down to the wire on this, like where it's just like one last person standing, the protagonist obviously, and you take him out. But again, you see those pre-spells, they don't seem like much when you read through them in the books, but confusion is a party killer. It's an absolute party killer because whatever strategy you had, you start losing people, and not only do you lose people, then you can't control them, but if they have confusion or some of the other spells, they start attacking you potentially. So now you have to like make sure you get away from them so they're not like just randomly swinging their sword at you.
My hamster is getting antsy. If we be adventurers, let us adventure.
I would love to if that spell duration would wear off. I don't know. I might have to. I'm going to save here, but I might have to sleep it off. Might be the only way to stop this. So let's see if I can.
You were startled out of sleep with a chill,
yes.
Though the night is warm and calm. It is though someone has walked across your grave, and for a moment you wonder if it was you. With this thought, the ground beneath you opens, and you are swept into the dark. When light returns, you do not find its presence comforting. Before you lay the empty mines of Nashkel, cleansed by your previous passage. You move through walls and floors alike, descending deeper and deeper, until a bloated figure comes into view. Mulahey, in no better shape than you left him, stands motionless before you. Held from whatever afterlife calls it, this foul apparition has been waiting for you. A dagger of bone hovers before it, ready for a willing hand to drive it deep. Had this creature breath, you were sure it would be hurling curses. It waits for the kill, a death beyond death, and knows no hope. You turn your back on the blade, and it clatters to the floor. Punishment enough shall find this creature in the land of the dead. You need not inflict any more upon him. Surprised and thankful, the visage of Mulahey hobbles forward and through you, off to whatever fate it deserves. Perhaps for safekeeping, it leaves a part of itself behind. It is a spark of hope that fills a space within you. A dagger-shaped hole you did not know was empty. There is a cry of rage from the depths, and the dagger of bone launches itself through the air. Your heart, its target. You awake just as it should have struck, and the cold sweat that covers you stings your eyes. A disapproving voice lingers in your ears, though it should have disappeared with the dream. You will learn.
And there is the second strange, otherworldly vision that afflicts. There we go. We finally have Jaheira back. That afflicts Boyle, our protagonist, as he sleeps, waiting for Jaheira to sleep off her confusion. And so that's that. And of course, we have a full party now. Although, like I said, I'm not planning on keeping Zan, as funny as he is. But let's take a look at Zan, just for sake of argument. Zan is an enchanter. Not very strong, fairly dexterous, horrible constitution. Really awful. Doesn't really affect him that much, but yeah, I mean, he's a wizard. But yeah, very smart. Not as smart as Boyle, of course. And wise, and somehow charismatic. I don't know who finds his doom and gloom charismatic. I think that's kind of a little bit of a goofy, gamey thing that doesn't make sense given the way they characterized him. But whatever. It'll do. So let's now that we've gotten through that cut scene there, let's go past and let's go exploring around this great stone sphere or hemisphere hive or whatever the heck it is. Hey, Zan, come on, buddy. You're part of the party for the moment, at least. There you go. That guy can move. And look, a ghoul.
What now, I wonder?
What now, indeed? Well, what now is that
what
we
now?
will...
Need your pantaloons pressed?
Hey, lady, you spent most of the night confused and wandering around the room.
Talk more fight.
Oh dear. Zan can't... I guess we better put Minsk on melee to protect him. I don't want him to be the only one up there meleeing. How in the God's name did Imoen get to the front? This is what drives me crazy sometimes in this game. It's like, you're a second stringer. Stand damn back. So yeah, it's this like weird stone hemisphere. It's just this very odd. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Giant geode? I don't know. Go up here now. Let's see what we can see. And what we can see is an ooze. A gray ooze. Oh, and sadly we have two gray oozes. Hold on. We got another gray ooze to deal with here. I was always terrified of oozes back in the pen and paper game, but they don't seem to be that tough here. I don't know why. I was always scared of oozes. I just always remember them having like damage immunities that scared the crap out of me. Like, I was always convinced that I would have the weapon or the damage type that would heal them rather than hurt them. Which statistically you shouldn't really worry about because there's a lot of damage types. So Imoen makes another level. It's thieves, man. Single class thieves. They just make levels left and right. So what can Imoen do? Well, I'm probably not going to keep Imoen around that much longer, but... I think I'm going to have her... I am going to start to pump up her stealth a little bit. make her more of a generalist for the moment. But I probably do want someone who can scout at least slightly. Oh no, I mean, hey, everybody's got to start somewhere. I definitely started on, I did not start on core rules the first time I played, just because I know D&D very well, but I've always known D&D very well, but it's one thing to do D&D in pen and paper, it's another thing to do it in a video game. So it's like, okay, wait a minute, it's actually pretty challenging when you have to do it this way, and you don't have a DM to kind of say like, okay, well, we'll, this is what we'll do. We'll kind of fudge the roll, or we'll do something that's not on the book. When it's hardcore rules from the book, it's like, this is pretty tough. I mean, story mode is great. Story mode, just
gather your party before venturing forth.
I have used story mode on various games when I have found, and it's, again, some of it is just a matter of preference. There are games where, I'll give you a good example. Dragon Age Inquisition. Really super enjoyed that game. I cannot stand playing it on the regular difficulty. Not necessarily because, maybe someone else will look at it and say, well,
you must gather your party.
You're just not very good at it. Because I did have a hard time with some of the combat. But I think the bigger thing for the combat with me in that game was it was tedious. It was just long. It just took so long to beat enemies. And I got bored with it. I was just like, why does this combat have to keep going?
You must gather your party.
As long as it does. And I changed the story mode, and I'm like, I don't care if this is quote-unquote easier. I like it better. Like, the pace felt right to me. It felt right. Like, I'm like, okay, I feel like what I should be, which was the hero, the protagonist of that game, real ass kicker. It just felt right. And I was able to enjoy the story, which is a great story, without getting bogged down in the system. Well, bless my soul, you made it back alive. If you don't mind me saying, you're about the most beautiful sight I've seen in weeks. I'll be telling the men to get back to work. We've got ore to mine. I still can't ship it for fear of bandits, but that ain't my problem. Best you tell the mayor what you did here, because he'll likely give you a reward of some kind. Yeah, it's. I would recommend, if you ever want to go back to Dragon Age Inquisition, try it on the story mode. Try it on the lower difficulty, because it's got a ton of great characters and cutscenes. It's got a great story. I just found it to be. Well, also, again, it had a lot in common with MMOs. They were trying to kind of get the feel of MMOs when back when video games makers thought that was a good thing to do. That was a good idea. And it was, it was grindy. It was too grindy. But if you lower the difficulty, you don't have that problem. Yeah, there. It's every game has a learning curve, right? Every game has a learning curve, and there are games that I kick ass at. I can play in my sleep, and there are other games that I'm just like, I don't know why I can't get this. So here's Baron Gaskill. You've returned. It would seem I was right about you. The town thanks you wholeheartedly, and is pleased to give you a proper reward. Please take this 900 gold for your efforts. It's a small fortune by anyone's standards. Thank you again. Also found this vial of liquid on one of the kobolds in the mines. I think it might have something to do with the iron. I'm no master of metals, but you might want to show that to Thunderhammer up in Baragost. He might know a little more. Again, thank you for all you've done. Ba-ba-boom.
Good on you if you saved the day.
Did we lose Mulahey's holy symbol too? Okay. And Minsk leveled up, which is terrific. Let's level up Minsk. Alright, what does Minsk get? He gets... Back in the day, you just kind of got... The Rangers just got Move Silent, Head, and Shadows by little tiny increments. Again, at low level, super useless. 31% Move Silently. Great. I want to go into a dangerous area where those odds. Oh, look at that. 11 hit points. Terrific. Did he level up? No, he did not level up. I don't know why, but Zan never comes
Orion
with,
would be proud of your actions.
he never comes with particularly good experience to start with. Now comes the next hard part. So we walk on back.
Camaraderie, adventure, and steel on steel. The stuff of legend, right, Boo?
Let's go to the storekeep. And sell some things. Let's sell. I don't think he has anything to sell. Oh, except, yeah, he does. A Lynx Eye Gem. Okay. Don't need to sell that scroll. Sunstone Gem, yes. We are going to sell this because we're not going to need it in a second. We're definitely not selling that. He's not selling anything. Okay. So, let me see here. I kind of don't want to spend... I don't want to use that identify scroll because the best use for an identify scroll is, to be honest, when you're like in the middle of a dungeon and you really need to know if that item is going to give you an advantage. That's when you want an identify scroll. That's what really makes the difference. But sadly, I have no identifies. I guess I'll eat it and pay the storekeep to identify some of these things. All right, so there we go. So I've got the items. Now I can make use of them. Talos' gift. What does Talos' gift do for us? Electrical resistance plus 50. So that's pretty terrific. I've got these items which make me more stealthy, which I kind of like and want to keep. But who can I give Talos' gift to? Let's see here. I think we give that to Jaheira. And this, actually, Jaheira is going to get a... Yeah, so Honorary Ring of Sune. Jaheira gets that too. Maybe Khalid gets this one. There we go. He gets Talos' gift. That seems fair. So he's got the electrical resistance. I think that's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, that's good.
Where to now?
Where to now is back outside.
The bustle of the city makes me feel insignificant.
Everything makes you feel insignificant, Zan. All right, why am I stuck here? Okay. All right, so another quick save. And now we'll head back to the inn.
I am death come for thee.
Oh, but what is this?
And thy passage shall be quicker.
What? I'm not surrendering to anything. Struggle if you must, dead one, but I do not mind working for my money. Why Nimble has been hired to deal with the likes of you, I'll never know. First of all, you spell your name in all caps. I can tell the way you say it. So let's see. Nimble is... Well, he's an asshole. He's just an asshole.
By your command, this would be a good place for a hench.
I don't like him. And he's actually quite dangerous. He is also a spellcaster. So we need to deal with him right quick.
I know nothing more, so leave me to go.
Melee people go into melee. And I think this might be actually a case where Zahn can use his stuff. Oh, he can't use that, though. Not if they're charging him. Actually, okay. You know what? Nope. Hold on a second. We will keep everybody on distance so he can use his color spray. Oh, there's a lot of people around here, though. I don't think I can use the color spray. Poor Zan. Poor guy's only chance to shine with his spells, and he's probably not going to get to do it. Again, the biggest problem with area spells in this game is that they affect most of them, not all of them, but they affect pretty much everything that in their path. Oh, look at that. Rasad is going to help. Ha! I think Rasad kicked him to death. Oh no, Khalid killed him. That is the easiest time I've ever had with that dude. He gives me trouble all the time. So Nimble, as he calls himself. I have also never seen Khalid help. That is great, because townspeople don't help. But the fact that Khalid will just kind of, even though he's not in your party, comes and volunteers to help. I love it. That is, or not Khalid, Rasad. Khalid, of course, helps. He's in my party, but Rasad helps. And look, now I get even more stuff. Don't need throwing axes, but I do need those, and I definitely need that. So I need to transfer some of this stuff to someone else. Oh, well, I know I can transfer that to. I can transfer that to Imoen. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. So let's see. Oh yeah, and so let me see here. These I'm not gonna. Once again, I'm all filled up. I need to get rid of some of this crap. Nimble, the money you have received from Transic should cover your usual fee. Your assignment is a difficult one, but I'm sure you are up to the task. There is a group of mercenaries who should be coming through Nashkel in the next few days. They are led by a whelp named Boyle. You are to kill Boyle and all that travel with him. I warn you, they may not look like much, but they are very dangerous. Good hunting. Tazok. Always copy your notes in case something happens to them. Move that over here. And so that's that. So we have dealt with Nimble, which makes me happy. And now I have my favorite thing that I can do. This is a great moment in for any spellcasting player. Is you can cast your Find Familiar spell. So I'm going to do that right now. I have not played that one. I'm not familiar with it. I do play them on occasion. Not as much now, because these days I have. I used to have a long public transit commute. Now I have a long car commute, so I don't actually have the chance to play. That was when I used to play a lot of mobile games. These days I can't do it so much.
So many people.
But I have enjoyed games in the past. So here is my familiar. A fairy dragon. This is what I get. It's all alignment based, of course. My little guy here. And so, there he is. My familiar. And I don't know if I can get a... Can I get a thing with him? I can't show his... He doesn't have a character sheet, per se. But what I can do is go to Boyle and speak with him.
Falls in the forest. I'll kill the bastard what done it.
Hey, fairy dragon. I'm not gonna name the fairy dragon Andy. I was thinking Boyle would have another name, but I think that actually it's better. I'll call the fairy dragon Andy. Andy the dragon. The small dragon-like creature flutters its wings happily, looking at you with almost kaleidoscopic eyes. You wish something, it awaits your attention, tail flicking. All right. Come on, I want to pick you up and put you on pack where it's a bit safer. The dragon flicks its tail contentedly and then turns its eyes back to the path before you. As you wish, my lord. And pops into my backpack. Now, why do I do that? Because If familiars get killed, it is bad for me. I will lose hit points. But as it happens, when I get familiars, I gain hit points. So that's super awesome. So I have now gained, what is it? Nope. So yeah, so now I have 17 hit points instead of 11. So 6 hit points from my familiar. And it's got some abilities too if I want to use them. I mean, it's got a decent number of hit points on its own. Armor class, magic resistance 25. 2 combat attacks per round for not a large amount of damage, but can cast Mirror Image, immune to level during sleep, and Petrification. So, pretty awesome little guy. Pretty awesome little guy. Yeah, it gives me buffs. He can do attacks, but it's generally a bad idea to let him out because if the enemy should get in a lucky hit, it would be bad for both of us. Not like 5e. In 5e and D&D, your familiar is essentially unkillable. He just gets dissipated and then he comes back. One of the many ways in which I've you just want to. Those of us who played a lot more D&D are you kids don't know how good you've got it. You want to say that people play 5e. It's like, hey, back in my day, you lost your familiar. It was bad news. So yes, indeed. I don't think. What can I give you today? Let's just go rest for a little while. Oh wait, I don't want to do that yet. I want to change my spells because I'm sick of paying for identifies. I want to do it myself. DIY identify. Now we'll sleep. I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure I want to keep Zan in the party either. In fact, I'm sure I don't.
Life is so hollow.
Love that guy. But, maybe I guess I can keep him for a little while. He doesn't really have that much in the way of spells, but... Oh, wait, I didn't mean for it to go outside of himself. I think it's very interesting that Montron and Zar did not help in the combat, and Rasad did. That's very interesting. Let's see here. In fact, oh no, I can't keep him. I know, I can't keep him because I have to go do Minsk's quest, and there's a time limit on that, which means I got to go do it ASAP. And when I get there, I am going to need, unless I want them to disappear from the game, I am going to need an extra slot in my party. While my stay with you was admittedly fruitless, it has at least been fun. I might even enjoy sharing another ill-fated adventure with you, should you ever require the use of my considerable talents. Well, thanks, Zan. We'll keep that in mind if we ever want someone to depress us. Okay. Well, thanks so much, Rasad. Thanks for your help. I guess I could take Rasad, but again, I just feel like the problem with Rasad is that monks in 2nd edition are just not tough enough. He's just going to go down, and then I'm going to have to get him resurrected because that's my rules. He's a party member. I'm going to try to resurrect him if I can. Just think I'm better off without him.